Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Guye and you're watching Guye B TV. So today I'm here with
Katie
and we are going to do a girl chat. We're just going to go with the flow. Just going to talk about whatever comes to our mind, and yeah, I hope you guys just enjoy it. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up and join the squad. Alright guys, so because Valentine's Day is coming up and it is a time where a lot of people are either sensitive to maybe trying to get over somebody, or used to be in a relationship or is in a relationship with someone and just going about that. So we're just going to talk about like Valentine's Day. Are there any pressures for that? Do you have high expectations? And if you are not in a relationship, single like me, what do you do during Valentine's Day? Are you in your feelings or not? You know, just those kind of things. So, have you always had a Valentine?
Not really.
No.
I mean, I don't really care for it as much. You know, growing up, like in elementary school, I would think like we would hand out cards and everything, but now I don't really care for it.
Yeah. Well, have you ever had like a specific Valentine's Day that like you remember, or? No. Really? Okay.
No, not yet.
Me neither. No. My first date in high school was on Valentine's Day. And that's honestly the last time I remember ever actually like celebrating it and being really cute.
Oh.
But after that, not really.
Yeah, I haven't really had a Valentine's date, you know.
Not even when you were dating somebody?
No. No.
So what y'all do?
I haven't really ever had a Valentine's gift or present or anything
really?
like that. Yeah.
Okay, see?
Yeah.
Dang! So you don't even like...
So I don't really like care for it, but you know, this year I'm in a more serious relationship, so maybe it'll be something rather than nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So
have you guys even like talked about Valentine's Day? Like brought it up? Nothing?
I just told him I was gonna send him some presents in the mail, but that's about it.
Dang. Okay.
But we usually just send each other gifts all the time, year round anyway, because we live apart. So
yeah, that's pretty good. How about like, I feel like during Valentine's Day or like when it comes up, I feel like on social media I see a lot of like people who like have girlfriends that you've never seen or heard of, and then Valentine's Day they come out, let's like, oh, happy Valentine's Day to my girl, they've been together for years, and you're like, where? BS. Where you been hiding her, you know?
Or they bring out new kids.
That too, yep, new kids for Valentine's Day.
I know, right?
Have you, like, I've always witnessed, like, guys being very salty to single women. Like, it'd be guys in relationships that are like, oh, you single women, like, stop being salty because you don't have somebody to spend Valentine's Day with. And I think that's so sad, because I'm like, what do you do to y'all? Like, can you leave us alone? Like,
I feel like that's kind of immature, though. Like,
yeah, it happens especially in the student youth community. Like, my Facebook will be just, like, statuses about, like, single women on Valentine's Day, or like single women being side chicks, like, oh, you side chicks don't get Valentine's Day privileges, only the wife or the girlfriend. And it's like, is that supposed to be cute? The fact that you even have a side chick, or like acknowledge side chicks, is like, wow, okay.
So they're like promoting it, saying it's okay to have a side chick.
Yes, but at the same time shaming the side chick for being a side chick, because they're like, you don't get acknowledged, only like the main chick. And it's like, yeah, throw the whole community away. Like,
yeah, that's a hot mess.
Yeah. Do you feel like men are obligated to do things for Valentine's Day?
I think they should do things every day.
I agree.
Yeah.
1000%.
Why just one specific day to be, oh, I love you and I'm gonna buy you all these things? No, buy me flowers every time you see me. That's what my boyfriend does.
Oh my god.
Every time we see each other, he has flowers. Or a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Or some type of stuffed animal. So he knows how to treat a woman well, you know?
So it's like Valentine's Day is literally another day, because you're so used to
I'm so used to being loved and, you know, being appreciated like the person I'm supposed to be, and you know. So
yeah.
I to be happy.
Agreed. I dated this one guy in what, 2014.
Okay.
And he was like that. Whenever he'd come visit me, he bought me chocolates. I would want random things. I'm like, oh, I want this sweatshirt. He'd give me like sweatshirts and like flowers, always roses, and so it was super cute. I wasn't used to that, but like I loved his thoughtfulness. So I get what you mean with when someone just does things and you don't have to feel like it's one day that he's showing
Exactly.
that he cares. It's every day. But that is so sweet.
Yeah.
Do you think women need to put in effort for Valentine's Day?
I think.
What do you think women should, like, the effort they should put into it?
I think it should be 100% with 100%. Like, it should be equally. Like, if he's doing all this for me, he deserves that too. Because he's a human being. He has feelings.
Right.
So we want our men to be loved, appreciated as well. Because if you don't love him or appreciate him, he's gonna go to somebody else and do all that. And no, he ain't going nowhere.
Do you think we should get them roses or not? Flowers?
I think that's too extreme, though. I don't know. Maybe a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Some chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
Some guys like chocolate.
Yeah.
Some guys think it's too girly.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a thing.
No, some guys do think it's like chocolate is too girly, and they're like, no, I don't want chocolate. I'm like, all right.
Well, more chocolate for me.
Right. So for like single women, do you think that we should feel bad for not having a Valentine?
No, because you're finding yourself. You know, sometimes you gotta have that moment that you have to find yourself. Mm-hmm. You have to be alone. You know, so you gotta gather your thoughts, and when the right man comes, he'll come.
So, okay, we're talking about love. So, what made you decide to get in your relationship now? Like, what made him different? What made him nothing like the ex situation or whomever you were with? And why did you decide to give love a chance?
It was hard. It was hard for me to give love a chance because after you go through something that's so hard and that's so toxic, it's hard to overcome that. So it was me. I had to get some alone time by myself. Like out of a bad relationship, you have to, find yourself. That's what I had to do because I didn't love myself. Right. I loved the person more than I loved myself, and that was where I was wrong at. So that I just had time for myself, and then. He slid in the DMs and I replied. But, now it's like, I felt like it was kind of destiny because I was going to, this place for a seminar and he happened to actually live there. So it was like destiny for me, and then we're still here and it's been almost 2 years now. So
yeah. Do you think that girls should answer their DMs more? Because I'm the worst. I'm like...
It depends. I'm like, if you feel the vibe is right, reply. That's how I feel. The vibe was right, the energy was right, and I responded. Maybe there was a lot of guys in my DMs, but I responded to him. Okay. And he knows that. But, just...
DMs just scare me because you just never know, like, what might come out of it. I've answered DMs before, and, like, they've been nightmares. Like, there's a guy who, like, pursued me for the longest time throughout, and whenever he found me, like, see me in person, he's like, I really want to take you out, like, give me a chance, all throughout my DMs. And then when I gave him a chance, he just completely just disappointed me, and I'm like, all that for this. So then I just blocked him off everything. I'm like, I'm just not doing this. Like he would, like, push, and then the moment I even, like, gave in, then he would retract, and it try to make it feel like I had to put in work. I'm like, I'm not putting in work in any of this, Like, you're supposed to put in the work, but then I ended up just blocking him because I don't have time for that. Like, it wasn't even worth it.
That block button, sometimes just a lifesaver.
Yeah. Honestly, like, he'd be like, I want to take you out on a date, and he lived in Omaha, and I'd have to go to him. I'm like, I'm not going. No. Like, you can come here, you can find a way, you can find a ride, take a bus, I don't care.
If you have money for the date, you have money for the gas.
Thank you. Right? Exactly. Alright, so what's one advice that you would give to a girl out there who maybe wanted to give love a chance or not really sure how to go about it?
You have to be patient, like, with yourself and also with the person that you want to be in love with. That's a big thing because with me, it's like, why do I just lose my train of thought?
Okay.
So with me, it's like what was I gonna say?
Out of the ordinary, like it was just random or what?
Yeah, it was out of the ordinary
or unexpected,
and it was unexpected as well because I wasn't sitting here hoping for it to happen. I want this, I want this, I want this. Growing older as well as it's kind of a trigger because when you grow older, you feel like, oh, when I'm this age, I'll have this together and this together and have this many babies and I'll have a big old house and a nice car and this. But reality is like, no, you're not gonna have all that. You're gonna have to work for that.
Facts.
Yeah, you're gonna have to work hard, like really hard. So it does require a lot of patience, and plus being in like a out-of-state relationship, like long distance, yeah. Being in a long distance relationship, it's hard. It's definitely hard, but you know, with patience and as long as trust is there, it can be done.
I think communication is important too.
Yes.
Because I can imagine like
it's
dating
like,
somebody and not being able,
call me, text me.
And FaceTime is so important because like you can talk on the phone, but you really want to see that person's face.
Where you like, at? Are you really at home? I'm just like,
okay, that trust went out the window.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I mean, just being able to see that person's face, like that makes you happy. So
even though it's virtual, you know, I want to be there with them, but we're gonna work towards that. That's the main goal.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could ever trust long distance relationships, just because our generation like sucks a little bit.
It is.
If you find that 1 in a million, let me say 1 in a couple thousand.
Yeah.
Like you're lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like that one that's actually faithful. But there's guys like I dated this guy and like he had lived in Nebraska and I lived in Kansas at the time. Then he moved to a state further away, and like even when he was in Nebraska he was still cheating, and then when he moved to Texas he was cheating even more, and like it just changed. Like the times we talk, like he would like turn his phone off after 10 p.m. Like, what are you doing from 10 p.m. until the morning? And we wouldn't like, so the communication just changed so much to the point where I was like, something's wrong. And then you see girls on his Snapchat taking over. What are you doing with his phone that close? You know?
Yeah.
Just those things. So that's why I'm like hesitant. But I don't think I've ever fully been in a relationship where a guy actually pursued me and did not cheat, to be honest. Like maybe one. So, stuff.
How I started out was I actually like manifested him. So it's like I have like a gratitude journal. So I would write what I want in a guy, or write, you know. And I also watch like The Secret.
Oh, I love that
documentary.
One.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. And they say like if you want to seek a relationship, you have to like make room for that person. Say like I used to live by myself, so I used to like make room on the side of the bed instead of put my laptop there. I would set it aside somewhere else. So it's just like it was these little things I tweaked that actually manifested him into my life. So it's not like I didn't go for him, but he like magically came in my DMs, and I'm like,
I believe in manifestation. I've never manifested a man. I've manifested things like career-wise or school, or
you can manifest anything you want in this life. Anything.
I have a journal that like I wrote down exactly like what I want in a partner. You
have to keep doing it though. You have to do things. Like if you want a partner, if you want him to sleep next to you, you have to make room for him on that side of the bed.
And I'm like spread out.
So it's not like, I know it sounds creepy.
No, it actually
it works. I swear to you,
it doesn't sound creepy at all. Like I believe in manifesting, so I get it.
Yeah. So what I remember, like back in, this was 2017, late 2017. It was like right after I got out of a relationship, and then I had to like start being positive, more positive, you know, for my own good. Yeah. I manifested that I was going to go to California with the man of my dreams. And then in July 2018, I went to California with the man of my dreams. It was just, I know. I know it's cheesy, but...
No, it's not. I'm here for the cheesiness. I love...
So I actually like manifested that, you know, so...
Yeah.
And I like even wrote about it. Every day. I had to practice that. Until I was in tune, and I was like, oh my god, this is happening. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm not really living it, but I am. You know, I manifested it. People would be like, oh, you're crazy. You're crazy.
I don't think it's crazy at all.
Yeah. So I believe in, like, you know, the universe, and you can manifest anything you want in this life. And
I need to work on that. I don't know. I think I'm at a point where, like, I'm open to, like, a relationship if it comes, but I'm not solely focused on it, because I don't want to, you know, when they say like don't be so obsessed with something, it's like the moment you let it go is when it comes to you.
Exactly.
So I'm just in that phase right now. But I don't know, like we'll see. Like I'm optimistic about it, because I know a few years before I'd be like, I'm not ready for a relationship, I'm not ready to commit to one person. Now I'm just like, when it happens, it happens, kind of thing. So.
You do just gotta, you know, write about it and let it go. That's how.
What about
the magic happens?
Right. Okay, what about for the girls who are in a relationship with the wrong dude coming Valentine's Day?
You gotta let that man go.
Simple, straight, just like that.
I mean, I know it's hard.
Well, like, how do you even let it go? Because, you know, we women, like, we hold on to our history and, oh my gosh, he's like this, he's the sweetest guy, he's a little, like, how do you let go of all that and say, like, no, he needs to go?
I think I came to my breaking point where I was like, I don't need this, you know, I don't need this. I'm worth way more than this. Right. I had to come to that mindset because your mind is so powerful. Facts. That's something that y'all need to know. It's so powerful. So once you set your mind to like, I'm gonna do this, and you're gonna have to work towards like letting go of that person because they're not good for you.
That's so hard though. It's so hard that it does happen, and you just have to work at it. Like,
it's hard, but you just gotta be like, no, I don't want you anymore. Block anything.
I'm so
FaceTime, email. They slide in your emails, you gotta block them too.
Right. I used to write a pros and cons list. And be like, what are the beautiful things I love about him in our relationship, and what are the negative things? And once the negative outweighs the positive, I'm like, it's time to go. Yeah. I did that for one relationship that, like, actually I did it for all of them, but the one I like started to write a book about. And it's crazy because I still have the journal where I did the pros and cons, and then in the book I just transferred the pros and cons. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like, if more women did that, I feel like we'd be out of a lot of toxic relationships. But that brings up a good point, because I think that Valentine's Day is a day where people who are in toxic relationships, the man might try to like do this like amazing thing so they forget about like, oh, he cheated last week, he, you know, he put his hands on you, and like do this grand gesture. Like, what would you say to somebody who has that, and then the guy's just trying to show them like, yeah, I am good, when in reality they're not. They're gonna go back and do the same thing over again.
Just look at what she said, like, if the bad outweighs the good, just leave. Like, you're not a tree, you can move, you know? I
like that. You're not a tree, you can move. I've never heard that.
You can move anywhere you want. So it all starts with your mind, you know. What do you want for yourself? What do you see that you're going to be with this person in the next 10 years? Yes, no, that's it. Right. That will answer all your questions. That's when you think about that, you're like, I'm gonna go right now. Right. But yeah, so that's what you just got to think about. Does your future, you know, do you want this person in your future? Yes or no? Right. Yep. How are they going to benefit you? Because of course, you know, every relationship there's some type of benefit. Right. There always is. If there isn't, you wouldn't be in it.
I agree. 1,000%. Yeah. So. Well, to close it off, I would say if you're single, you know, I said Thanksgiving. If you're single, this Valentine's Day, just like me. I mean, honestly, spoil yourself, get ready, dress up, beat your face. Go out to eat by yourself if you want, hang out with some girlfriends, or if you're a homebody like me also, just dress up, look nice, wear something comfortable, and watch some Netflix and drink some wine. Like, what better way to spend a day of love than just to love on yourself? So,
exactly. Always love yourself first before you love anybody else.
There you go. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this girl talk, girl chat. It was kind of random, but hopefully you guys got some great tips out of it. If you want to give us your suggestions on what you're going to do for Valentine's Day, or just any of the topics we did cover, let me know in the comment below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.